Hey everyone, today's video is going to be a little weekend vlog. I actually really enjoyed filming my weekly vlog a few weeks ago now, and even though I don't have anything particularly exciting planned this weekend, I thought it'd be a good opportunity to film because my housemate's away. So one, it's slightly less awkward not having anyone around to listen to me chat to a camera, but two, even though I lived by myself for like almost 4 years, I have not had very many weekends by myself since living in London. So it feels a little bit weird, and I thought that vlogging it in the least sad way possible would make me feel less like I'm spending it by myself, because I'm actually doing something and I'm chatting to myself via the camera. So potentially quite sad, but either way, I just thought I would film this weekend, whatever I get up to, and share that with you guys. So it's currently Saturday. It's actually like 11:30. I went to the gym this morning. Was really proud of myself for actually getting up and going, because I often find on the weekends, particularly Saturdays, I spend a lot of the time in bed if I don't have plans, and then I just feel really rubbish. So if I have a plan to get up super early, generally I much prefer the weekend. So today I got up at 8, went to the gym, did a leg session, which I was really happy with, because I think I mentioned in my last vlog that I have been at this gym now for I think 4 or so months, maybe even longer. And up until kind of a couple of weeks ago, I hadn't used any of the machines, I hadn't used any of the weights, and I'd solely gone on the treadmill, which when you're paying for a gym membership, I mean, anything that's like getting you out of the house and getting you moving, I guess, is still good and it's still healthy. But for me, I didn't want to just spend money on a gym membership for doing something that I could literally do for free outside. So I really wanted to be able to use some of the equipment, but I was just too scared to. I feel like the gym is just very, very intimidating, and my last gym was in like a little community centre thing, and it was so quiet. Like a busy day would be if there were like 4 people in the gym, so it's just a very different experience. So I hadn't braved it up until very recently, but with my membership I can have like a friend come, I think 4 times a month. So me and my housemate went a few weeks ago, and because there were 2 of us, it just felt a lot easier to essentially just try everything out. So we just went around pretty much every single machine in the gym and used it. There was a whole section of the gym that I hadn't even walked to. Like I hadn't even found the changing rooms, I hadn't found the toilets, I hadn't found the drinks fountain, because I was literally just too scared to walk around and look like a loser, even though I know that no one would care. But we had like a good old session just basically playing around in the gym, and then since then I felt a lot more confident to just go up and use the machines. I don't care so much anymore, so that feels really good. So that's what I did today, and then I've come back, I've had a shower, I've washed my hair is still a little bit damp, got ready, and then I'm gonna have some breakfast. I am gonna film another video today as well, gonna do a Starbucks taste test, so that is gonna be my lunch. So I think I'm gonna head out after breakfast at some point to pick that up and go to Sainsbury's for a few little bits for the rest of the week. But other than that, I don't really have a lot of plans for today. This is what my breakfast has ended up looking like. I absolutely love the sliced sourdough from Tesco, but the one downside is that all of the slices are different sizes, because obviously it's like cut from an actual loaf. So this was the only one that's left, and it's quite small, but I've got one slice with avocado, salt, pepper, chili flakes and garlic powder, and then I've also put a bunch of kimchi on top as well. My absolute newest obsession. I feel like I could put kimchi on just about everything. So got some kimchi on there, and then I've got a protein shake which has got some frozen banana, coffee, and then some protein powder, which I think is like peanut butter chocolate flavoured. I think it's from Bulk Powders, and honestly I just saw it in the cupboard and I thought I might as well try and start using this up so I can actually buy one that I enjoy a little bit more. So a little bit of a protein shake to go with it, which will hopefully fill me up a little bit more. I am now all ready to head out. I was really hoping it might brighten up a little bit because it's such a grey, miserable day outside today. I mean, touch wood, right now it's not raining at least, which isn't so bad. So gonna head to Sainsbury's, get the few bits that I need for this week, and then go to Starbucks to grab lunch, come back, eat the Starbucks / film the video, and then yeah, see what I get up to for the rest of the day. I'm now back home, and I've literally just finished filming the Starbucks video. I think it should be up on my channel already, so I will leave a link to it in the iCard somewhere. I'm literally sat in the exact same spot because I'm going to finish up the things that I got to try. One of them is this beef focaccia or no beef focaccia, so if you want to know my thoughts, you'll have to watch that video. I'm going to finish my drink off as well, and then I'm going to see what else I fancy to do today. Like I said many times already, I haven't got any other plans and it's only 2:45, so I've still got a lot of the day left to make the most of. So gonna enjoy this for now. Gonna catch up on yesterday's Love Island because I missed it and I watched half while I was in the gym, but I've still got the second half to watch, so gonna watch that. Definitely let me know your thoughts if you're watching this year's Love Island. Okay, so I think my next plan of action is gonna be cleaning my kitchen. Really wild Saturday for me, I know, but I think it's gonna be really satisfying. I'm gonna empty out the fridge. This week I've actually got a Gousto box, so it means the fridge is just looking really chaotic at the moment because obviously the Gousto box comes with like loads of little packets of things. So I've basically hogged the whole fridge right now because my stuff is just everywhere. So I'm gonna take everything out, gonna clean it all, spray everything, organize it, put everything back. And then I think I'm gonna clean like the sink side, the microwave, just give everything a really good scrub. I think I'll feel way better for doing that. I might even mop. And then the kitchen will be in a really good place and that'll be very satisfying. And then I'm gonna edit a video. I think I'm literally gonna edit the Starbucks video so I can get that up tomorrow. I've been consistent for like the last month now with uploading on a Sunday, which I feel really good about. So I don't wanna let that slide this weekend because I actually have a lot of time this weekend to get ahead. So that's the plan. I'll try and give some time lapses for you guys to see me cleaning the kitchen. If you're interested, I love watching those kind of things. It's not everyone's cup of tea. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put on some tunes and get cleaning. The kitchen is definitely looking a lot cleaner now. I've just got the mopping left to do. I feel like the fridge doesn't look any more organised, but it feels more organised to me. I've sorted it out, I've cleaned all the shelves, I've cleaned all of these bits as well. Also, this is an adorable note that my housemate left for me quite a few weeks ago, like literally before Christmas, and it just felt wrong to remove it. I feel like it's quite nice every time you open the fridge, getting a nice little reminder. But yeah, doesn't look super neat, but it's definitely more organised for me now. Feels good. Gonna get the mopping done and then that is the kitchen finished. I've managed to do a first draft edit of my Starbucks video, so feeling good about that. It's now 6:15, so I'm gonna grab some dinner. I've also had a really weird, I don't know if craving is the right word, but I really want to watch The Hunger Games again. I saw a TikTok of a clip of it and I was like, oh my gosh, I've not watched that since it came out and I kind of want to watch all. I think there's 4 films again, so I potentially might start watching one of them with my dinner. Might potentially just skip the first one because I've definitely seen that a couple of times and then go with the second one because I can't remember that one at all. But then at the same time, it's also Masked Singer this evening at 7 o'clock, and in recent weeks I've suddenly really got into that. Honestly, I've never watched it before in my life, and then 2 weeks ago me and my housemate had like a really cozy Saturday in and we were watching all of the trash TVs. We watched Masked Singer, and Deck's Limitless Win. We watched Michael McIntyre's show, I don't even remember what that one's called, but we like watched all of the Saturday night TV and it was amazing, and now I'm really hooked on The Masked Singer, so I feel like I can't really miss that. So I think it's going to be a proper curled up on the sofa kind of evening, and I'm very happy with that. In terms of dinner this evening, I've got some leftovers from the Gousto meal I made yesterday. It is a sesame tofu with edamame rice, and then it's like a spicy peanut sauce. This definitely doesn't look too glam, but it was really good yesterday, so I'm gonna just reheat the leftovers of that, which is definitely nice and simple. I'm really enjoying Gousto meals at the moment. I had a voucher to use, which is why I got a box again this week. But honestly, I feel like I've been in a real like rut with dinner ideas recently. I've just not known what to cook. I haven't known what I fancied. I just haven't had the like effort to do new meals. Whereas with Gousto, this feels like it's sponsored, which it's not. But with Gousto, I feel like I actually then go out of my comfort zone and I have some dinners that I otherwise wouldn't try. So that's always a nice thing. Speaking of not being sponsored, I do actually have a code for Gousto that literally anyone has when they sign up to Gousto that they can share with people. And I think you get 65% off your first box. So if you did want to try Gousto, there's a discount. It's not sponsored, it's not gifted. I wish I could be gifted by Gousto because that would be dreamy. But yeah, I'm gonna have this evening, and then I've still got 3 Gousto meals to make, so potentially might show you guys another one of those tomorrow. But for now, I'm gonna start reheating this and get myself in front of the TV. So this is what my dinner has ended up looking like. I don't think it's actually too far from the recipe card. This is the recipe, just in case any of you guys are interested. It definitely wasn't too hard to make yesterday, and then obviously today I was just reheating it, so it's super easy. Also, I don't normally like kale, but actually in this form, it's really good when it's like crispy and salty and oily. I feel like you add salt and oil to anything and it will taste good. But yeah, I'm gonna go enjoy this and put on The Masked Singer. Sunday, it's almost 1:30 and I've got like 5 minutes before I need to leave the house. I feel like I've had a very productive morning this morning. Got up relatively early. I finished editing and uploading the Starbucks video from yesterday, did like a first draft edit of another video, changed my sheets, washed my bedding, I tidied up the kitchen a little bit, and then I went to the gym. I did like an arm session, although it was like 15 minutes of arms and then 30 minutes on the treadmill. I don't know if you guys have seen the whole 33-12 thing going around at the moment, but I've tried that yesterday and today and I literally can't last any more than 5 minutes. So I've been doing like 5 minutes on 12, then bringing it down to like 5 or 6 for a few minutes, and then up to 12 for a few more minutes, and then like back and forth, because it is literally so hard. I don't know how people do a full 30 minutes, but I watched a documentary while I was doing it, which definitely helped. It was the Hitchhikers one on Netflix about the guy that, I don't know, hit someone around the head and saved someone, but then ended up being a murderer. I don't know, I'm only like halfway through it, but it was a good gym session. Also, speaking of watching things, last night I ended up watching The Brits, so I didn't see Hunger Games / Catching Fire or whatever the other films are called. I just saw that it was on after The Masked Singer, so I kept the TV on and then I got like really into it, even though it felt like it was really bad. I've not watched The Brits before, so that might have just been like a standard Brits, but it just felt very awkward. So watched that, went to bed, and then yeah, went to the gym this morning, came back, I cleaned my bathroom, I demolded it, which is super glamorous, and then had a shower, and now I've just been getting ready. I think I mentioned yesterday, but I'm going out for a roast for lunch today with one of my friends, and I can't wait. I feel like I've not had very many roasts at all since living in London. If you guys have any recommendations of somewhere that does a good roast, preferably in like southwest area, but I will travel if it's somewhere else, please let me know in the comments, because I just feel like they should be easier to find than they actually are. The place we're going today is called Cafe Van Gogh, and I went there for brunch a couple of times and it's just amazing. It's a fully vegan place and I definitely recommend checking out their brunches on the weekend. I've not been for like lunch or dinner before, or the roast, so this will be my first time today, but their brunches are incredible. They have like huge almond croissants, they have like cinnamon rolls, they have pain au chocolats, they have like English muffins with smoked salmon and hollandaise, which I had last time and it was amazing. A little bit too amazing, like the salmon was a little bit freaky. I've had tofu scramble there. Honestly, I think in terms of like vegan brunches in London, it's my favourite place I've been to. So I'm hoping it lives up to that for the roast dinners as well. But yeah, the table is booked for 2, so I'm feeling very hungry. I just had a couple of crumpets for breakfast this morning before I headed out to the gym. And now I feel like I've left it too late to have a snack, because I think then I won't be hungry enough to like properly enjoy the roast. I always find that whenever I do my makeup these days and I'm filming or vlogging, it just takes me back to my early YouTube days. I don't know if any of you guys would have been around since then, but when I initially started this channel, it was very much a makeup channel, and I did get ready with me's, I did hauls. I actually loved doing e.l.f. hauls, and recently I did a big order from e.l.f. and it was the first time I'd done one like literally since I was about 14, and it took me right back. I was like, this is so weirdly nostalgic. I think I can probably insert a clip of one of my old videos if it's not too embarrassing, because I used to do e.l.f. hauls all the time. Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be doing an e.l.f. haul, and the next thing that I got was the contouring blush and bronzing powder. But yeah, I ordered a bunch of stuff the other day and I'm really enjoying it so far, so if you guys are interested in makeup-y bits and you're looking for any, I got a new primer. This is the Power Grip primer. I always see Soph Does Life talking about this, so I got this to try. I also got the CC cream, which is a little bit dark for me at the moment. When I first tried this on, it matched me perfectly, but I did have a little bit of fake tan on at the time. But you can't really judge online. I feel like it's impossible. I was trying to watch people's videos to see what colour they'd ordered, to see if I was a similar shade to them. But I ended up going with 205, just in case anyone's interested. And I feel like I can just about get away with it if I blend it. I also got this Stay All Night setting spray. So again, I saw Soph Does Life talking about this and I felt like I ought to try it. And then I got the lip balm that I was just using. I got this little like liquid eyeshadow for free, I think. But it's really nice. It's nice and shimmery. And then I got a brush and a putty blush as well. So little throwback to my old e.l.f. hauls. Honestly, I felt like I was just running out of absolutely everything, and I just don't enjoy buying makeup really anymore. I don't know what to get. I don't know how to find like decent cruelty-free things. So normally I just put it off, and then that meant that I'd literally run out of everything. So I did a big clear out of my makeup bag, treated myself to a bunch of new things. I think they had a big discount on and they were doing like loads of free things as well. So I didn't actually pay that much for it. And so far I'm really enjoying everything I picked up. But that was a complete tangent. I feel like I've just rambled for a very long time. I'm gonna finish getting ready and then I'm gonna head out the door, ready for my roast dinner. Coat is on, I'm now ready to head out. Just in case anyone's interested in my outfit, I've got this green and white jumper on from Primark. Coat is from Bershka, and then if you saw my last vlog, I mentioned the fact that I've been on a hunt to find some black jeans, and I finally found some that are doing the trick for now. These were from Stradivarius. I think they were literally £13, so I thought even if they're not the perfect jean, they'll do. They're a little bit loose pre-eating and then too tight post-eating, but I think that's the best I'm gonna get. They're just long, straight leg black jeans and they're pretty comfortable. So I've just got those on with a belt and then some chunky white trainers from ASOS. I've also got these super cute earrings on from a stall in Camden. Pretty sure it's called Sorel if you're ever there. The woman who works there is literally so nice. I actually lost one of these earrings, like the colours of these aren't identical, because I lost one a few weeks ago or a few months ago, went back to the stall a couple of weeks ago and just said like, oh, I'm gonna buy another pair. I happened to lose one last time, so I wanted to replace it because I really love them. And she let me just have one for free, and then I bought another new pair of earrings as well to go with them, which was just so kind because it was completely my fault that I'd lost one of them. So the fact that she just gave me another one so I'd still have another pair was amazing. So if you are ever in Camden and you're looking for earrings like this, I really recommend. She's just lovely. But yes, I need to head out because I think I'm now running late. So I'm gonna power walk to the cafe. I'm now back home. It has just gone 5 o'clock and I've made myself a big cup of tea. Also got myself the last couple of stroopwafels I picked up while I was in Amsterdam to enjoy. Definitely feeling a little bit peckish after that lunch. I think overall it was really good. I would still recommend them, probably more so for the brunch than their Sunday lunches, but it was really good. I'm not normally like the biggest kind of nut roast person. In fact, I don't think it was even nut roast, but it was like that sort of vibe in pastry, and that was actually really good. The potatoes were really nice. Yorkshire puddings were incredible. The fact that they have vegan Yorkshire puddings is just amazing. Wasn't the biggest fan of the gravy. Like, to me it felt more like vegetable soup than gravy, but my friend that I was with, she really enjoyed it. So overall it was decent. I think just for £16 I could have done with more. Like, I still felt very hungry after finishing that meal. Probably could have got a dessert, but I just didn't really fancy anything from their dessert menu. So I've come back, I've sat down for a little bit, emptied the dishwasher, done my final sort of like life admin tasks of the day, and now I'm gonna enjoy this cup of tea and biscuits as like my pudding instead. But yeah, it was really nice to go. It was really nice to see my friend. Food was good, and it was a nice couple of hours out of the house. But now I'm back. I think I'm gonna just read for a little bit. I've got quite a few books that I wanna get through, but I'm currently in a little bit of like a conundrum of what book to read. So I have an app called Libby. If any of you guys are from the UK and you have a library card, I really recommend it. It's essentially like using a library but for ebooks. So I read most of my books on my phone and I can just get them through there for free. So I'm currently halfway through one called Rachel Ryan's Resolutions, which, if I'm completely honest, I don't think I've seen anything about this. I think I must have searched another author's name and then this must have come up as like a similar to the author kind of book. So started that a few weeks ago and I've just not really got into it. Normally with books, if I'm enjoying them, I'll generally read them in like 1 or 2 days. I'm quite a fast reader and I just like to sit down and like almost take in a book how you would a film. Like I can't just pick it up every now and again. I like to just see the whole story at once, if that makes sense, but I've just not really done that with this book. So I'm debating whether or not I give up on it, which feels a little bit sad to me because I am halfway through. I'm just not getting anywhere with it. I did also pick up quite a few books. I think I mentioned it in my weekly vlog actually. We had at work like a £10 expense voucher, and in the end I used that to buy some books off of World of Books, which are like secondhand books, so they're really cheap. So I've got 4 books that I need to get through, so I feel like I might just start one of those this evening because I just really am not getting through this other one. I've literally brought all of them into the living room with me because I haven't worked out what I want to read yet. But in terms of options, I mean, majority of the things I read are generally like crime thriller books. They're definitely my favourite. But recently I've read a lot more sort of like rom-com type books as well, just nice easy reads, which I thought this book was gonna be, but just it hasn't been so far. So I've got The Night She Disappeared by Lisa Jewell, and I've definitely read another one of her books before and really enjoyed it, which is why I picked this one. I've got The Girls Who Disappeared by Claire Douglas, and I don't think I've read anything by this author before, so I think I was just intrigued by the blurb of this one. This one was a bit of a wild card. I also didn't realise if these books were going to be hardbacks or not when I ordered them because it didn't say that, at least I didn't notice that. So I'm a little bit annoyed these are hardbacks because it does mean that I can't really take them out and about with me. But I've got Run, Rose, Run, which is Dolly Parton and James Patterson. I love Dolly Parton. I'm a big Dolly Parton fan. And also I've read James Patterson's books before because he generally, as far as I'm aware, just writes sort of like crime thrillers. So the fact that they've collabed is just hilarious to me, and I felt like I had to get it for that reason. Not sure how great this book's going to be, not sure how much input Dolly Parton would have had in this, but I thought I might as well give that a go. And then the final book I picked up is Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I read Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo and another one of her books where the same story happens again lots of times. I can't remember what it's called, but I really enjoyed those as well, so I figured I would get another book by her. So I've got quite a lot of options. I feel like I ought to go for one of the crime thrillers because I've got more of them to get through. So maybe I'll just go with this one for now because I know that I definitely really enjoyed Lisa Jewell's book before, and I feel like this should be a nice gripping read. I might be able to actually get through a good chunk of it, and I think I'll feel a lot better for that because I just definitely have felt like I've been in a little bit of a reading rut lately. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start reading, going to enjoy my cup of tea, going to enjoy my biscuits, and then start making some dinner in a little bit. Just finished cooking dinner this evening, so I've got a sagaloo with pitta and peas, another gusto meal. I chose this one this evening because it said you could do it in 10 minutes. I think it probably took me closer to 15 or 20, but still a super easy, quick meal. I definitely find that when I'm like following recipes for the first time, it just takes me a lot longer because I'm actually spending time like reading and working out what I need to do. But overall, super easy. I did also add some vegan chicken to this, and I've served it with rice as well as the pitta because I feel really hungry and I didn't think it would fill me up otherwise. So gonna go enjoy this. I am feeling a little bit headachy. I feel like I've just not drank enough water in the last few days, but I'm gonna enjoy this and then probably have an early night, I reckon. Might even have a bath and read my book in there for a little bit, but for now I'm gonna go enjoy this. And again, here's the recipe just in case any of you guys are interested. I've definitely got this piece of paper very wet while cooking, but hopefully you can still see everything. And again, I feel like I'm not far off the actual picture. I mean, obviously I've added rice, but otherwise looks pretty good. Definitely recommend that dinner if you're looking for something quick and easy. The only thing I would say is that I would cook the potatoes for a little bit longer. I think the recipe says like 4 to 6 minutes, and I did them for 6, and I felt like they were still a little bit hard, so would probably put them in for a couple more minutes. But other than that, it tasted really good. It's now almost 8 o'clock. I've just been sat here watching Would I Lie to You, cracking up by myself because it was an episode where Bob Mortimer was on it, and I feel like he's just the king of that programme. So just caught up on a couple of episodes from the new series that I hadn't seen yet, and now I'm going to run myself a bath and then get into bed. So I think I'm going to end this vlog here. This definitely hasn't been like the most exciting weekend in my life, but I hope you guys enjoyed anyway, just getting a little bit of an insight into, I guess, what I get up to on weekends by myself where I have very little plans. I think if anything, it's made me feel a little bit more productive this weekend, the fact that I vlogged it as well. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.